morning and welcome to your Monday morning yoga minutes. Wow, that looks really dark. But okay, it's Facebook Live, so I'm just gonna carry on. I just updated my phone, so sometimes things change a little bit, so we'll see. So hopefully you can see me here. I've got all the lights on. I'm Audra Monk, and I teach at Mountain Spirit Yoga in Middletown, Maryland, and we would love for you to come and practice at our studio with us. But we're happy if you're doing a little yoga with us here on Facebook or on YouTube. So thank you for joining us. So today we're going to do a little seated practice because sometimes you're at work, and when I say seated, don't worry, we are going to stand up a little bit, but sometimes you're at work or the beginning of this. What if you're on an airplane or you're at a show, you're somewhere and you're sitting down and your body's feeling, you're slumpy and you're feeling a little tired. And so this is a little bit of yoga to just get you kind of moving a little bit and hopefully feeling good. Okay, so you need a chair, or you could do this sitting cross-legged on the floor, and that's perfectly fine. You could be on your couch or in all those other places that I said. So sit up nice and tall on your chair. Feel your feet. If you have a rolly chair, maybe lock those wheels if you can. Otherwise, just be a little careful. All right, so let's roll our shoulders a little bit. So it's definitely something you can do while sitting on an airplane. Hopefully you don't take up too much space, but roll your shoulders a little and let's roll them forward. Good, and then have just a little fun, just kind of carefully roll them around just a little bit. And then roll them both down and back. There we go. So let the belly pull in. We're sitting nice and tall. All right, so we're going to start with something we should all do every day. I'd say at least once, but maybe twice if you can. We're going to move our spine in 6 ways. Okay, so first we are going to gently twist side to side. So let's inhale both arms so they bring them up nice and big, and on the exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Good, okay. One more time like that. Inhale, arms up. Look up if you like, and then exhale and bring the hands to the heart. All right, now, very gently, just pick a side. Maybe you're going to the left side today. Bring the hands towards the front thigh. This back hand, depending on your chair or where you are, it might come to the chair. If you're in like a chair with a lower back, like a folding chair or a chair in a seminar or something, you might put your hand on the back of that chair. So we're going to twist and turn. We're going to keep the thighs nice and straight and parallel. We're going to breathe here. And take one more breath. And then carefully come on back to center. Good. All right, let's take 2 of those breaths with the arms if we can. Inhale, arms out and around if you've got the space. And exhale, hands to the heart. If you don't have the space, maybe inhale, arms straight up through the center, a nice stretch. And then exhale, the hands come on down. There we go. Now we're going to twist the other way. So bring the hands very carefully to the thighs. Maybe the back hand comes towards the chair, depending on your chair, if somewhere feels good. Or maybe just keep it here. Keep the front legs active. Keep them settled in their space. And turn and breathe here. Let's take one more breath here. And gently come on back to center. Good. Take an inhale here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And one more time. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. All right. So we've done 2 ways. Side to side. A twist and a twist. Now let's go to a side. Bring one arm up and lean to the side. And your front hand can come to your front thigh, or depending on your chair, if it's got a little bar or an edge, you might put it there. So stretch out your side. Okay, breathe breath into these outer ribs. Good, and then come on up through the center, and let's go the other side. So just put the hand on the leg or the hand on the chair or a little bit of both and lean to your side and breathe here. And your head can look any direction you like. Breathe into your outside ribs here. And one more breath here. And come on back. All right, we're gonna move forward and back. So some movement of the spine. So I'm gonna slide up on my chair a little bit so I have a little more room to move. You can keep this as small as you need to. So we're gonna place the hands on the thighs, tuck the chin, pull the belly in, and then round the back a little. And you might want hands on the thighs, or your arms might even wanna reach forward. Good, and then we're gonna bring the hands down, roll the shoulders, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulders toward each other on the back, and maybe look up. Breathe here. All right, we're gonna do this one more time. So tuck and round, breathe, and then slide it up, lift the heart, roll the shoulders down and back, maybe look up, or you can look forward. Good, and settle back in. So there we go. The spine has been moved in 6 ways. Maybe you get back to work, maybe you go about your day, or maybe just a little bit more. We're gonna warm up the legs a tiny bit so that we can play with a chair pose, with standing a little. So pick a leg, and you may wanna hold on, or you might let go. You're gonna squeeze the belly in, and you're gonna lift the leg and lower the leg. So we're thinking about this quadricep muscle set here. Whoops, and lift the dog and lower the dog. And we're gonna do this 2 more times if I can get my leg around the dog. So up and down, squeezing that thigh muscle. Good, and let's go the other side. Lift it up, squeeze it up, wake it up a little bit, and lower it down. Okay, so obviously if you're in those seats and all those places I mentioned earlier, you wouldn't be able to do this part, and that's okay. Just do the first part. And I don't know if that was 4, so I'm gonna do 1 more. There we go. All right, so next up is chair pose. We all need to be able to get up and down out of our chair. We need to have good ways to do this. So roll the shoulders down and back. First one, put your hands on your thighs, lean forward, right? And then push yourself up. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna do some repeats. If you have to sit all the way down, sit all the way down. But if you can just lightly tap, or maybe don't go as far, you can do that too. So we're gonna exhale and sit down, and inhale and rise up. Good, so take your butt way, way to the back towards your chair, and then come on up. And if something goes wrong, that chair is gonna catch you. Good, so we're building strength in the thighs, strength in the legs. All right, and then 1 more time. Have a seat, but don't have a seat. And you can leave those arms up here. You can bring them out shoulder height. You can put your hands on your thighs. Squeeze your belly, lift your heart, lengthen your spine. All right, and then have a seat. There we go. All right, last part. This is a nice short one today. We're gonna open up the hips just a tiny bit. So we're gonna tap the other, take 1 foot and tap the other leg. So the knee is gonna open, you know, think kind of like tree pose, but the work is coming gently up here in the hip. If you can tap higher, you're gonna tap higher. Good, and then we're gonna see if we can catch that foot and put it on the thigh, and then we're gonna sit really tall. If you can't get the foot all the way up here, hold on, pup, I should have brought a block over. If you have a block or a small stool or something like that, especially if you're at home, just put your foot up on that block and sit up nice and tall. But if you can catch it and put it on the leg just for a moment, sitting up tall, feeling that stretch in the hips start to happen, that's a good thing. Good. Be gentle on the knee, don't press on that knee. Good, and take 1 more breath here. Excellent, and then gently undo. Let's go to the other side. So think about it. Tap 1 foot towards the other leg. Let the rotation and the openness come in the hip. The hip is made to move. Tap higher if you can, if that's comfortable, or keep it low. You know, if you're somewhere a little more, you need to be a little more discreet, keep it low, but just think, oh, I'm moving that hip around a little bit. Good, and then if you can, catch that foot, put it on the knee, or put it on the block or a little stool, or I don't know, a pile of books. Good, let that hip open up a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. You gotta stay here for a couple breaths to let that stretching happen. There we go, so we're breathing. And take 1 more breath here. All right, gently undo. All right, settle in just to sit up tall 1 last moment together. So feel the feet on the earth, or if you're sitting cross-legged, just feel nice and settled there. Roll the shoulders down and back. Gonna tuck the chin a little, let the belly pull in, and let's take 2 breaths here. So we're gonna inhale, arms out and around, look up if you like, exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale, and exhale. And then we'll pause here just a moment together to breathe. And there we go. I thank you so very much for taking a few minutes out of your day to practice a little bit of yoga. Thank you, and namaste.